Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Friday. Friday's the day of the week. We turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map. And they've gone with this one. Based on a real-life location, based fairly closely, but not exactly one-to-one, of a real-life location, on the southern point of Japan, there or thereabouts, we have got a very interesting little island map. Now, the creator has done a pretty fine job, but it has provided me with a little bit of a problem with the ratings at the end, as you will discover when we get to them. You may agree or disagree, but that's the whole point of the show, I feel. Now, one thing to remember, that is...
It's my first map.
That's right. So always be kind in the comments, although there won't really be too many things to moan about, apart from the one obvious thing. And it will be obvious. Apart from that one thing, there's very little to groan about. And groan and grumbles, we don't like groaning and grumbling, do we? That's right, groaning and grumbling does not help support the channel, or get me seen by more people, but hitting the like button does. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Vanning Strait by YuLun. YuLun, you did okay. Well done, YuLun. Had a little look at your workshop and you seem very busy with Teardown, which does look like a fun game, I've got to say. There's your start square. We have a little bit of highway coming at the top and, well, not highway, but, you know, road. And the rail running through it too. Terrain height's very Japanese feeling because Japan. We've got good strong resources. We are winning so far, so I'm happy so far. Let's see what we can do with Sunset Harbour. Well, it's okay, it's fine. As fishing maps go, it's fine. A few people care, a few people. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. There are a few things to subscribe to listed on the right. Plus, there's a one-click collection. We've got the Tree Anarchy today, and just read the instructions here. Right, read the instructions, and you'll be okay. There is a recommended collection. See the bottom there? It said recommended collection, which we'll remember that. Now, we're using the Clara map theme today, along with the realistic 1.2 LUTs, because they haven't suggested anything. We've got the Bay Bridge network, which has been used to a very good extent. And also notice we've got highways over walls, a few items there as well. And this is the full highway over walls collection, as recommended by YuLun, including instructions there on how to use the collection, which is always good to see. When we get to the bottom, you'll see a whole selection. A few of them I haven't subscribed to because this is just recommended. Yeah, it's just and we have the items that we need actually in the one-click collection, so this can just help to pump your city up just a little bit higher. If you're using the roads, of course. Anyway, down to ground level, and even the highways look and feel very Japanese. So all credit there, and I'm loving the way that we got the street lamps running down the middle. That's probably because I'm using network skins. I don't know if that was listed. I don't recall seeing it listed. So if you don't have network skins, they may be running along the outside of the road. Speculation. Don't know. Don't care. It's all good. Okay, now we're going to come across the big thumb in the water with today's map. Yeah, the thumb in the water, which is our first intersection. You'll notice nothing wrong with it, apart from a little bit of a missing segment there. Yeah, we're missing a full connection right there, all the way across to there. And the reason for that is we don't actually have everything that the map needs. There are 3 more items off of that essential collection on screen now, which you do need for the map to work. And actually without these, well, you'll notice when we get down to the start square, strictly speaking, the map, well, it is broken if you're playing vanilla rules. We will, we have got rail running through there, so if you are using unlocks, you can access rail and probably make it, well, you could make it work. You could, oh, hang on, is that a bit of blue mantle in there? That's not supposed to be in there. That's a big gash of blue mantle under there. That, we're going to check a couple more tunnels just to make sure that, this isn't every single one. Because if it's the assets, well, it'll still be YuLun's fault for using the assets, but let's have a little look down here. No, they're fine. So anyway, yeah, we're a big splash of blue mantle there. That's a big, well, a chunk. It's kind of hidden away, isn't it? But it is a chunk off of the score for detail, always. So yes, we have that one-click collection where there are those 3 items missing. When we get to, I think the start square intersection is coming up soon. When we get to that, you'll see we'll have no traffic running into start square. Here she is. Here's the baby. So we actually only have one road connecting onto the network right there, but that's an on-ramp, not an off-ramp. No other way of getting down here, although this is if it was properly connected, if we do have the roads, which I didn't, that's your start square area down here, which is, I'm going to say, very, very enjoyable. I'm all for that. That works for me. So yes, for me, scoring this map is going to be the big problem, because the roads are listed. They are linked, but it's a recommended collection. So you can subscribe, you can hit subscribe to all of those, but then you're going to end up, I think there was 28, I can't remember now, 28 items that we weren't subscribed to in that extended list, but we only needed 3 of them. So you'll end up subscribed to 25 items that you don't need, and if you're playing on a potato, that could be problematic. So it's one of those, is the map broken? We have got the roads listed, going nice elevated section, going into the Bay Bridge section very shortly, the rail coming in underneath, which we'll have a look at the rail on the way back. We'll have a look at the rail again a bit further on, because there's stuff to talk about with the rail. But this is very slick, and because it's the Bay Bridge, you know that there's going to be no pillars cutting through from the road network into the rail underneath, which is always a winner. Look at that, isn't that great? Everybody loves a big old bridge. Don't they? Do they? Is there any one of you out there that doesn't like a big old bridge? In Cities Skylines, I mean, you may have like fear of heights, or was it megalophobia? Big things, or whatever. In real life, you know, maybe you don't like big things, but in the game, do you like a big old bridge? One of my very first videos of Let's Play, I focused on making a big old bridge, trying to make it a bit fantastical as well. Ah, those were the days when literally nobody watched me. Now nobody listens to me. It's similar. Anyway, heading down to ground level again, so we jump over the mountains where we have tunnels. The tunnels are all good, but only that one tunnel with the blue mantle. Everything else, look, everything else is cool. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was a change of road type in the tunnel by accident, because that can cause a little bit of a glitch. I reckon that's what it was. I'm not going back and checking. I don't care enough. I really don't. Anyway, another glorious, super loopy intersection there, where we are missing all of the segments we need to connect up with the and I feel it's unfair. I was so tempted to reload the map, but of course reloading the map is just another step, and I'd already saved all my load positions for where I want to jump to in the second half of the show over to the rail. I'd already done all of that. I'd plotted out my routes, my courses, and then once I then jump out, I'm gonna sort of have to refresh myself where I want it. Sometimes it's worth it, and if I do make a purposeful mistake, if I make a genuine mistake and I spot it in time, is that oh, hang on. No, it's just hanging over the line. I thought that was on the rail for a moment. I think you probably did too, but no. Anyway, yeah, if I make a genuine mistake and I catch it in time, if I have the time to jump out and jump back in, I do. It's one of the things that I'm happy to do. But on this particular occasion, it was one of those. I'm not even sure that I should have jumped back in. Anyway, the rail nips in between the pillars there and then runs underneath the Bay Bridge all the way across the strait here, the Vanning Strait as we're calling it. I'm pretty sure the Japanese have their own name for it, and we have the factoids coming up very shortly about one of the islands. I can't remember which one. I did look it up. I can't remember which one of these islands we're talking about. Oh, we have some trees on the branch line and some floating trees as well in the tunnel entrance. which of course is because they are at ground level and tunnel entrance is digging into the ground. It's floating at ground level. It's a strange thing to say, but it's true. Very, very true. Anyway, the rail, the highway networks, I mean, everything we've seen so far is very good, apart from we got the splash of blue mantle and a slight grumble about the about a workshop issue. It's not even a map, it's a workshop issue, which is causing us problems. Anyway, heading off towards the edge of the map now, which can mean only one thing.
Are you fed up with random vanilla buildings spawning in random locations? Do you want a specific type of building in a particular zone? Then you need the beginner's guide to theme management. Click the information button below.
And back to Vanning Strait by YuLun and some very accomplished shipping routes. We have shipping triangles and they are sweeping ones which just look more realistic as you go. We've even got an air route lattice above, which again, I'm not going to show it to you, but it's accomplished. You're going to have no silly airplane activity. It's all good, although it's not smooth. It doesn't need to be with planes because of the way that planes are animated, as opposed to the way that the ships are animated. Anyway, let's have a little look at the water in the start square. Well, there's no real water flow, which I'll show you in a moment, but we do have one big bay here and a little bay there, so you can draw from one and pump to the other, and you shouldn't be poisoning your people. That's if that's how you like to play. But yes, we don't really have any water flow, but the water should replace once you start drawing from here. Well, it will replace once you start drawing from here. Hopefully it won't suck from wherever you're pumping your sewage to. And then of course, once you buy out 2 extra tiles, you can do something different or bigger or more majestic. A poo pond. Of course, a poo pond. Right, okay, let's have a little look. So this, I mean, the whole thing does feel very Japanese. And having made a Japanese map myself in my 90-minute map attack, do check that series out. It's my most popular map of last year, would you believe? I spent all those weeks working on BonBon Island, and one I made in an hour and a half got higher ratings on Steam. Check out Date. Oh, spelt date. Anyway, the rivers are fine. Those spawn points are on this particular map, they work okay. They're not the best spawn points in the world, they're not believable spawn points, but you know what, on this particular map they are as good as they need to be, so I'm okay with them too. Where we have buildable areas, we have clearings, then we have a few trees where it starts undulating slightly. One of the tricks I would like to have seen that I incorporated into BonBon Island is where you start getting to the not so buildable areas. So as we pull away from the undulations, so like the slightly steeper slopes, I'd like to have seen a different sort or style of tree just in these areas, just to emphasize that these are the areas. Again, you can switch the lines of terrain on and that will show you it clearly. But I think just something like that, just to add a little bit of variation to the foliage, may have helped my map pop just a little bit. In terms of detail, the beach here, you can actually see that it just drops off. And if I go under the water, you'll see, but you can see the shadow where it's dropping off. If you come under the water, you can see it just drops straight down. And in some places that'll work fine, but that one, it just looks like a sandbank, and it shouldn't just drop off. Like, here you go. This is a beach that is nice and smooth, and I completely buy into that. I feel that's how the sandbank should have looked there. Whereas over here, we've got a little bit of a harbour. You can see the cliff edges. That indicates there is a drop off into the water, and so that works for me. Just that little sandbar, and there are a few others like it that I could jump to, which I'm not going to. I'm going to jump across this island instead. It's a bit of a BonBon Island because we have the essential lighthouse, isn't she lovely? In red. And then we have the pier. Now this vanilla pier, no, it's not connected to the mainland, but look at the water flow. I'm believing that that has worn and washed away where the connection was. That makes sense to me, and so I don't mind that that's disconnected. Speaking of disconnected, yes, we've got all of these little issues going on with the roads, but look at this little glitch down here. Got a little nipple, a wee little green nipple, and so no tweaking of it, please, thank you. Okay, now we've got we had a look at this intersection, and it's very loopy and swoopy, missing a bit there, but we have a bit of stop-start traffic down here. And we'll see. So we'll see that yellow bus. Oh, is it a yellow? Yeah, there you go. Stop now, and wait, and pull off. So yes, we're going to get a bit of tailback traffic at that point. This is the sort of thing it is recommended in the description for Traffic Manager. Traffic Manager will enable you to have that running just a little bit more smoothly. But there are things you can do without Traffic Manager as well to tweak that. Back down to the rail under the highway. Have a little look at this. We have seen this before, and we're seeing it again. The rail is just slightly too low. How the train's going to run across this? It's going to be bumpy. I'll give them that much. Maybe they're suspending it from the catenaries, possibly, like a cable car. Anyway, so we've got that. But also, if we come down and have a look underneath here, there you go. Have a look down there. We have pillars. And because we have pillars, these are actually clipping through the rail on the underside. So where we have the Bay Bridge, there aren't any. Where we have the pillars, there are. Few of you won't care, few of you might care, few of you want to include it in scoring, and few of you, when you're making your map, will just watch out for that in future. Meanwhile, back in the start square, we have the asset of the day. I thought this was kind of cute. Now, for detailers, you would grab your motor car and you would use prop snapping or something and elevate them onto the upper floor. The thing is, how would you get the car into the upper floor in real life? There's no room unless you crane it in through the window, maybe the upstairs, maybe it's open windows possibly. I don't know. But I'd suggest maybe using Move It to shunt this building up against the bigger building and just have it look like the cars drive through some curtains. See what I mean? Anyway, factoids, because factoids running out of time. Also called Midorima Island, Green Isle, or Meijima Island. It's a national park in Japan. Visitors can enjoy sea kayaking, fishing, camping and cycling, and cabbage fields can be seen in the winter. 5 inns are available, and some private inns offer oyster meals. Visitors to this area, where we are looking at the map now, right, are treated to beautiful sunsets from a spot selected for inclusion in the 100 most beautiful sunsets in Japan. The 100? You're only in the top 100 in Japan. It's like me saying I'm one of the top 100 active YouTubers featuring Cities Skylines. I'll let you know when I get into the top 10. Anyway, 4-car dealership by Modocero. I really like that. I'm just confused a little bit by the car. Obviously, lack of cars because you put your own cars in as a detailer. It's fine. Just put Volkswagens in there. Really stir it up. I'm just kidding. Are you still here? Oh, good. Your chance to vote on the map. Please vote on the map. We don't get enough votes. I keep saying this. We don't get enough votes. If you got to this point, you should be voting. Just take a moment. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can truly decide. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I think it's not too bad. It certainly has a really it has an interesting shape. It has a good design to it. It doesn't shine. There's plenty that can be done to make it shine, make it pop just a little bit more, but we got a good theme. We've got a decent mix of trees, but there's stuff that can be done. I'm going to go for a medium-high 3 stars. Detailing, this is a killer because the networking is excellent, and it'd be pushing it possibly into low 4 stars. But we've got some big problems. Where there are problems, they are big ones, and so I'm going to give it a low 3. I think it deserves 4 stars, but I'm going to give it a low 3. I'm going to hit it in the what's it with the gameplay potential though. While it's technically broken, it's not broken, but it is broken, but it's not broken. Schrodinger's broken. I'm going to go middle 2. I feel it could be a 4-star map. Vanning Strait by YuLun. It could be a 4-star map if we had the missing bits. Definitely had the missing bits, but we have and we haven't. So it's also a 1-star map. It's a 4-star map and a 1-star map, and so I don't think I can give it 3 stars. I don't think it'd be correct. There's no case for it, so I'm going to go for that middle 2. Anyway, are you still here? Are you still here? Did you vote? Have you not voted? Okay, well, if you're not going to vote, at least use the word of the day to prove you are part of the 20 and out elite, and I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Have a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon.